Yeah, I don't know if this video is going anywhere. It's kind of a response video to Fred, but I wanted to talk about something entirely different. So that really wouldn't make sense. So somehow I'm going to combine two videos, which is just ludicrous. So I'm going to make them together. Anyway, so Fred was talking about art again. You know, and that he doesn't really want to call what he's doing art. I guess if you do it good, then it's art. I mean, if you do it and it's bullshit, then it's not art. That's sort of how it works out, I think, in some respects. You know, expressions that are entirely, you know, great straight liney kind of things. It's almost like poetry. You know what I mean? Poetry that does this wonderful straight line thing, beautiful words, beautiful phrases. They write a song about it or whatever. Yeah, well yeah, that's art. And the stuff that just rambles and bambles, well, that's just, you know, scribbling. So maybe you're still scribbling. I don't know. Can't be sure. But it could be art, could not be art. I don't know. I haven't got the message yet. I really haven't. I just don't get it. But that's just me. Yeah, it is raining. That's kind of why I want to do a Fred video. Just that sort of English. I'm not in Cheshire yet, though. It's a ways off. But anyway, this is like, what's the other places you hang out? Yeah, I don't remember. This is like the salt walk. Yeah, it's kind of salty here. And then it gets like a little bit sugary over there. And then it's pickles over there, chopped pickles. And then there's Condiment Road. And mustard mud. And, well, anyway, never mind. See, now that was just playing with words, and maybe it could have been art to somebody. So, I mean, as soon as you slop with colors, you might be making art. Because it'll be beautiful or intriguing, or it'll say something to somebody. And as long as it's saying something, metaphorically or through obscurosis, look at a kaleidoscope. There we go. Oh, shit, I should have thought of this. So obvious. A kaleidoscope. It makes art constantly. It just churns it out like it's nothing. Right? You just spin the little thing and blimpity blampity blue. Bingo bango. Our subjective senses are pleased because we have this wonderful symmetry, a mixture of colors. There's action taking place. It just satisfies the senses as being intriguing and interesting and captivating and all of those good things. And yeah, I wish I gotta find a kaleidoscope and buy me one maybe. Well, anyway, I thought I had one somewhere. Just can't find it. But anyway, yeah, so there you go. Art. So art's not as good a word as we'd like it to be, maybe. Maybe we need to more precisely define what an art is. Because there's a rendering, you know, there's somebody who's trying to capture the essence of somebody, a caricature, and it requires a certain skill, and that sort of defines the art of it. The better the artisan, you know, the more real description as art becomes. And if they don't have the knack, they might want to call it art, but it's not really art. Even though they tried to make it art, it didn't make it. So there's a standard, I guess, for the word. But, yeah, who wants to play with a word like that? Too many definitions, too imprecise. It's doing too many things. Like I said, there's some objective standards of a good piece of art, like in the case of rendering. And then there's hugely subjective definitions based on, well, if the public likes it, you're an artist. If the public hates it, you're not. You know, doesn't mean much. So, oh, I forgot to do the video I wanted to do. But the video I wanted to do was about, like, reproduce and sell, you fuckers. I mean, all of this is the product of a reproducing cell. One stupid cell by the dictates of a competition game between the descendants, where they fight for the inheritance or whatever you want to call it. And they just you know, consume each other and beat the crap out of each other for billions of years. But where in that mechanism would art come up? Where in that mechanism does all these mamby-pamby beauty and love and all this other crap show up? It only shows up as phenomenon of psychology. All right, it's nothing. It's just bullshit. It's like a bird collecting blue things to impress its mate. There's no objective truth about the brilliance of the blue-nested bluebird. It just isn't. It's just doing something it values because it has evolved through natural selection, and those are the quirks that were advantageous because they produce some other beneficial effect in the organism. So we could look at our art appreciation, our perception of beauty, our word love, and say what were the incidental consequences of that that made it valuable for natural selection to create animals that would say those words. And that's the trick here too, though, is we're saying them. So first it's about what language survived and why did it survive. And we know that's not a fair fight. We know the dominant languages got here through might makes right, stupid wars. So all their words and their stresses of importances is likely a product of that unfair fight. So maybe words like love and beauty wouldn't even exist in a purer language, a different language. Maybe there'd be more explicit words for this idea of attachment, this idea of possession, this idea of desire, of want, and longing, and hunger. Because I say those are the constituents of these words that we call love and beauty. It has a hell of a lot more to do with cute and sycophanty. Doesn't have much to do with real character or integrity. It has to do with some superficial shit, man. Some cosmetic crapola. And that is just conditioned incidentally. I mean, what you define as beautiful is completely defined by the circumstances of your conditioning. I mean, there's crazy people. Biodegradable Man posted a video of these sick, loony Muslim nutballs, who force their daughters to drink milk all day so they get fat, because they like fat women. And, somehow that makes sense to them. How you doing? To torture their daughters. So what? They can sell them for a big dowry or something? So make yourself a big fat daughter so she gets a lot of money. Is they just put the woman on a scale and say, how fat is she? That's how much she's worth. I mean, it's just sadistic. Well, anyway, beside the sadistic part, it's just this whole idea. Where do these fucktards acquire this conditioning? That now they like this eccentrically bizarre body type. That they have to create artificially like that. It's all subjective crap. I mean, obviously in our culture, you're going to get, it's going to be like the inverse. You're not here, well anyway, let's not do fat jokes, but yeah, it's not a winner. And you have a bunch of people starving themselves almost neurotically to acquire natural body types that are perceived to be valuable. So yeah, that's no good. But all that crap is just conditioning. And so again, back to art, maybe it's just all a conditioned definition of value. But I guess what I'm saying is that you can see it in art though. You can't just fake a beautiful piece of music. It has structure, it obeys rules. You can't just wish yourself to paint a brilliant painting. It does take knowledge of color and contrast. It's a bit of a performance to be able to make it, to pull it off. So these are very different things. And then what you're talking about is this idea of you just do something funny or funky or strange as a almost as a personality quirk. Yeah, is that art? Is it funny? Pull my finger. I don't know. I mean, some sort of. It's almost like it's a quirk of personality, and you're just saying, yeah, that's just an expression of my personality. It's not in an art contest. It might be artist E. It might be reducible with a little evaporation of the rough edges into some sort of straight line, perfect statement, some sort of poetry, quote unquote, that might rival Poeskian or something. I could see Poe going there. Yeah. Personally, I just can't mix penis and dead things. Just nah. Separate subjects altogether. Yeah, keep them away from each other. But that's just me. There's Cheshire up there. Uncheshire. Yeah, let's go up. We'll take a little voyage to Uncheshire. See if I can fall down on the way to Uncheshire. I don't know how it got so far up this hill. All these are Japanese barberries. Look at this. The deer have eaten all the native plants, and so the only thing that grows are these Japanese barberries. This is it. And they're prickers, but they're not horrible, which is good. They're more like thorn bushes. So, at least I can crawl through here without getting killed, because they're not insidiously prickery. They're only minorly prickery. Ow. Yeah, I got minorly prickered there. But that's what the deer have reduced it to shit. So here we are in Uncheshire. It's lovely. Yeah, lovely. Typical Uncheshire day here in whatever, Shitland. Yeah, the old Shitland of the Empire. It's not lumpy enough over here, though. Cheshire has more lumps. But it's still, well, Uncheshire should be a little un-Cheshire-y. Should be. That makes perfectly good sense. Look, a herd of elephant. I think they're elephants. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Zoom in. About 15 deer over there. The herd. One of the bazillions of herds that have eaten everything in New Jersey and given poor people like myself Lyme disease. A horrible blight. And the tall pigs. Yeah. Call them tall pigs. Ank, ank, ank. I don't like you. Go away. Maybe like some sort of what do you call that? Switzerlandy kind of voice or something. Scare them. Oh, sorry. I was going to do a Heil Hitler thing or something, see if that would scare them, but probably doesn't work on deer. And it wouldn't be nice. I don't want to give them a fright. They're already scared enough. So you either run them over with a steamroller very quickly, or you don't do anything at all. So I'm going to leave Uncheshire. There, look, always that picturesque with the fence. Ooh, arty, art, art, art. Arty, art, art, art. Let's see if it looks better. No, it's better that side than that side. Look, stump. Ooh, stump. Art. Yeah, there's art everywhere. It's all over the goddamn place. My butt. Art. Look at my artistic butt. Yeah, pretty great, huh? Look, puddle. It's art. Anyway, it shouldn't be raining quite this much. This is a little annoying. I'm actually getting wet. Alright, anyway, till next time. And such and so forth and whatnot. So this is almost a video. Yeah, it's stupid. Probably pointless. But, compared to what? Yeah. I mean, it's not like Terminator 2. That's for sure. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty bad. All right, I will try to be a little more disciplined and not turn the camera on until I have made a decision. Oh man, regarding what subject I'm going to talk about. Yeah, some assholes keep talking about my posture and my bad back. Guess what, assholes? When you have herniated discs and your cartilage is all smashed to shit, you know, if you start exercising good posture on top of that, you're going to be fucked. That's right. You have to have compensating posture, or you're going to be in big trouble. So anyway, I mean, damage has been done, so to speak. Years and years of hard labor in the capitalist work camps have ruined me. So anyway, until next time, and so forth and whatnot.